AI is absolutely everywhere right now. Like, you can't scroll for 5 minutes without seeing something about ChatGPT, people using it to study, write code, make money. It's kinda crazy. And yeah, it's powerful. But if you actually want the good experience, faster responses, better models, you usually end up paying for it every month. It's not super expensive, but it adds up over time. So here's the question. What if you could have something like ChatGPT running on your own machine, completely offline, and totally free? Sounds a little wild, right? But here's the cool part. You don't need a high-end PC, and you definitely don't need a GPU. All you need is an old computer sitting around collecting dust. In this video, I'm going to turn that old PC into a fully working offline AI box. Normally, when you use AI like ChatGPT, everything runs on cloud servers, which means you need an internet connection. But the interesting part is, AI can also run directly on your own computer. That's exactly what tools like Ollama and LM Studio allow you to do. They let you download AI models and run them completely offline without depending on an external server. If I had to explain the difference more clearly, LM Studio is the easier one to use. It comes with a built-in interface that feels a lot like ChatGPT, so you can just open it and start chatting right away. It's great for demos, casual use, or anyone who's just getting started. Ollama, on the other hand, is a bit more technical. It mainly works through commands, so it's not as beginner-friendly at first. But in return, it's lighter, more stable, and much better suited for long-term use. Almost like running your own local AI server. And with a system like mine, i5-4590 with 8 GB of RAM, I'd personally lean toward Ollama, because it makes better use of limited hardware and tends to run more smoothly on low-end machines. Ollama can be installed on both Windows and Linux. With my current setup, an i5-4590 and 8 GB of RAM without a powerful dedicated GPU, everything will mainly run on the CPU. So instead of using heavy models, I chose Tiny Llama, which is much more suitable for low-end hardware. To run Tiny Llama offline, I first need to install Ollama and download all required resources. Of course, the initial setup still requires an internet connection. I decided to run everything on Linux first. Specifically, I'm using Lubuntu because it's lightweight and helps maximize performance on older systems. I downloaded Lubuntu, created a bootable USB using Rufus, then plugged it into my Dell Optiplex and booted from USB to install the OS. The installation process is pretty straightforward, so I won't bore you with the details. Once done, this is the main Lubuntu desktop. Before installing anything else, I did a quick system update to make sure everything is stable. I opened the terminal and ran the update command. It takes a bit of time. Perfect moment to grab a cup of coffee. With the system ready, it's time to install Ollama. Back to the terminal, because, well, that's Linux. After running the install command, I just let the system download and set everything up. And once again, it's a good excuse to sit back and enjoy that coffee while everything finishes installing. The installation of Ollama is now complete. However, there's a warning. No NVIDIA or AMD GPU detected. Ollama will run in CPU-only mode. That's totally expected. This system doesn't have a dedicated GPU. Now let's launch it. I type Ollama and the interface appears. Great, it's working. But before we can actually use it, we need to download a model. So I run Tiny Llama. The system begins downloading the required resources, around 637 megabytes. After a short wait, it shows success, along with 2 prompt symbols. That means we're ready to chat. At this point, everything is installed locally, so I disconnect the internet, literally unplug the Ethernet cable. The system is now completely offline. Time to test it. I ask a simple question, "Where are you from?" and instantly it responds. No internet, no server, still working perfectly. Let's try another one. Who was the first person to set foot on the moon? Again, immediate response, not only correct, but also includes context and explanation. And honestly, that's the most impressive part. A small, lightweight model like Tiny Llama, running entirely on an old CPU, yet still capable of answering questions instantly, even without internet. It feels a bit surreal. Now I'll close the terminal and relaunch it using the command Ollama run Tiny Llama, and perfect. It's still there, ready to go. This time I want to push it a bit further with questions that involve real-time information. First question, who is the current US president? And just as expected, it gets it wrong. It answers Joe Biden, while the correct answer right now is Donald Trump. This clearly shows that the model's data is outdated and hasn't been updated with recent events. Let's try another one. What day is today? And wow, it responds with January 18th, 2022. At this point, it's pretty obvious what's happening. The knowledge inside Tiny Llama is frozen at a certain point in time, likely around early 2022. Because it runs completely offline, it has no way to access or update real-time information. And honestly, this is one of the biggest limitations of running AI locally. It's fast, it's private, it works without internet, but in exchange, it only knows what it was trained on. Nothing more, nothing new. Still, for many use cases, that trade-off might be totally worth it. Now I want to push Tiny Llama to its limits and see if it can actually overload the system. First, I open the resource monitor. Then I give it a heavy task. Write a 5,000-word essay comparing all popular programming languages. And just to make things worse, I open 2 more terminal windows and run Tiny Llama again. At this point, all 4 cores of my i5-4590 are pinned at 100% usage. Things are getting intense. The system starts to slow down, responses become laggy, and you can really feel the strain. Alright, I think that's enough for this test. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of using Tiny Llama through the terminal. It works, but the experience feels too plain and not very engaging. So I decided to try something different, LM Studio. Since its interface is heavier, I installed an NVIDIA Quadro K1200, the same $30 GPU from my previous build, to help a bit with rendering. After a quick system check using Neo Fetch, everything looks properly detected. Next step, download and install LM Studio. I head over to the official site, grab the Linux App Image version, and run it through the terminal. And wow, this is more like it. The interface looks clean, modern, and much more user-friendly compared to the terminal. But then, something goes wrong. I try to download and run a model, and it simply doesn't work. No matter what I do, it refuses to launch. It seems like this version of Lubuntu might not fully support running LM Studio via AppImage. And yeah, that's a bit frustrating. Well, it looks like it's time to switch things up. I decided to move over to Windows. After installing LM Studio, everything finally started working properly. This time I chose the Phi 3 model for testing. The first impression? Pretty solid. It responds smoothly and feels much more polished. I asked the same old question. Who is the current US president? Phi 3 handled it smarter. It stated that its knowledge is updated until 2023. The answer, Joe Biden, is still outdated, but it clearly mentions that this information may have changed. A much more thoughtful response than Tiny Llama. Next question, what day is today? Instead of guessing, it admits it can't access real-time data. That alone already makes it feel more reliable. Now for something heavier, I asked it to write a 5,000-word essay, and surprisingly, it refused, explaining that generating such long content in that format isn't practical, but it offered a well-structured outline instead. Smart move. Then I pushed it further. Write a full web app, front end plus back end, and explain every line. And boom! It actually started generating code step by step with detailed explanations. During all of this, CPU usage stayed around 30%. RAM used about 5.3 gigabytes, and the GPU barely broke a sweat. And that's the cool part. You're not limited to Phi 3. You can try many different models, each with its own strengths. But remember, no AI is perfect. Even systems like Chat, GPT can make mistakes. They just run on stronger servers with constant updates. Running AI offline on an old PC like this, it's fast, private, free, and honestly, pretty amazing. So what do you think? Would you turn your old PC into a personal AI like this?